Hey guys, it's Will from Magic the Friendly Tavern, and today we're going to play a game with my Elves deck. I'll let you know this is all Elves. It's a Elves tribal deck. Here's Elvish War Master, one of our engines. We also have Canopy Tactician in here to fuel out the 7 mana ability of Elvish War Master to pump our team. We're a go wide strategy. We're also a 2/4 deck, meaning that you have a whole bunch of 2 drops and a whole bunch of 4 drops and not a whole lot else. So you want to hit your 2 and your 4 lands, but you also want to be able to hit 7 just so you can use Elvish War Master's ability for the pump the team effect. We have plenty of removal between Binding of the Old Gods, Power Word Kill, and Infernal Grasp. We have 1 man land in here, Hive of the Eye of Tyrant. Uh, Charge You Paragon acts as a second copy of Herald, which can go fetch us more elves out of our deck. We have a little bit of Death Protection and Elder Fang Ritualist, and the Skimfar Avenger to give us value when our creatures die or to bring them back. Elvish Ambush to make us go even wider if we get a stalemate. And that's pretty much about it. We also run a Tybark Hell because he's great. This is we also have a Skimfar Shadow Sage in here, which will allow us to ping out our opponent even if we stalemate again. It'll deal X damage, where X is the number of L's we have in play, and we can put a lot of L's in play. Other than that, we have our lands. We're running Skimfar Elder Hall. Also, that lets us neg 2 something to put 2 elves in play. All in all, it's a pretty solid deck. Let's go get some matches done. How are y'all doing out there today? Hope my travelers and guests are having a good day. Okay, the match should start soon. Let's see what our opening hand looks like. For us, this hand's fine. One more land would be nice with the Tybark Hells, especially if that other land was a forest. But this is keepable. Just hope we get there. Now, depending on what color he is we're debating if we're going to run out the War Master first or the Paragon. He is blue, so I think we're just going to run out our first land because we have no 1 drops. Doesn't matter if we lead green or black. It's blue red. He's gonna foretell something. We're gonna go ahead and run out our second land. We're gonna go ahead and start with the Avenger. That way, if they do have an answer for our War Master when we play it, we might can get some value unless there's a counter spell. Okay. We do hit our third land. It's a swamp. Really, really want to see a forest next turn. We can also wait on dropping the War Master. So if we do draw another land next turn that is green, we can drop Elvish War Master and Tarju Paragon in the same turn and make a token. So I think we'll run out Realm Walker and take a peek at the top of our library. We'll name Elf. And it's a Canopy Tactician coming up. So that's not really a big help for us. We are going to be able to maybe get in for 3 damage with our Skimfar Avenger here. Looks like our opponent is going to kill our Realm Walker. It's going to trigger our Skimfar Avenger, giving us that Canopy Tactician. We're still getting in for 3. That was just some weird timing on my opponent's part on why he cast a spell exactly at that moment. Really couldn't tell you. Okay, he lightning bolts in a pass, so he could draw some cards. All right, that's fine. Let's see what is that in his hand. Galvanic Iteration. Okay, no biggie. We draw another 4-drop with just 3 lands out. This is not good for us, but we'll go ahead and run out the War Master. Hopefully get some value off of that. I'm looking for that we're looking for that second forest. Infernal Grass, no help here. We'll go ahead and get in for 5 if it'll let us. I'm gonna make a play here that might seem strange, but I think I know what they're trying to do. Is ramp it to a big spell and then copy it twice, maybe an Outrun's Epiphany. We really don't want that to happen. We're going to actually run out of Mass Vandal. We will remove the Realm Walker from our graveyard to target one of their treasure tokens. We will get a... and this will put them a little shorter on mana, not by much, but a little bit. So maybe they can't get there with what they wanted to do. If I can take them off of something, I'm trying to take them off of something. Doesn't appear like they're gonna have any mana problems though, with whatever they're trying to do. I'm pretty sure it's Outrun's Epiphany or something to that effect that they're trying to get to. Or burn down the house. It's a really good one against us. We do get to draw 2 cards here. There's a swamp and yes, a pathway. That pathway is going to unlock for us. Elvish Ambush is no help here. We should Tybar. Canopy Tactician or Tybar. We want a Paragon next turn. We'll Tybar. We want a plus or do we want a 0? That is always the question. I think we should 0 here, honestly. Try and get that clock started back up. Looks like our opponent was debating whether or not to counterspell that. But it didn't look like they wanted to waste their 3 treasures, so they might have Epiphany in hand already. Or whatever they're trying to go for, maybe the X spell. They foretell again. And pass through pretty quickly. Unless we want to do something next turn, it's really important. Think. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is probably just Paragon. Find us another elf. We'll take Herald. I know that seems... Yeah, we'll take Herald. We'll go ahead and move into combat. Take them to 5. And we'll go ahead and just drop another elf and put lethal on the board. We have them on 1 turn, or we have them dead next turn if they don't play anything, but it looks like they're going to be digging. They're probably looking for their Epiphanies right now. Hmm. Opponent's deep in the tank. Mm-hmm. They take out our Tybar, they take out our Paragon, and leave us with 2 tokens. Draw another land, which actually is going to be helpful here. If we drop Canopy Tactician, we can get in for 4. 4, putting them to 1 doesn't really kill them. Doesn't really change our clock that much. But it might be good to pressure them that way. Tybar may not be a bad idea either, because we can +1 one of our tokens and get in for 3. But we can also play not much else after that, honestly. Huh. So the Tybar Canopy Tactician here is the question. I think we're going to Tybar and plus. I'm not really sure which is going to be helpful if our opponent does get the Epiphany and start getting the upper hand. The mana advantage of the Canopy Tactician might have been the correct answer there. But I think the Canopy Tactician is a little easier to remove than the Tybar. And I'm trying to get something to stick. Because our opponent is completely, full-handed and got plenty of mana. They are definitely not hurting very badly right now at all. Except for in the life race. Here they sweep the board again. And they foretell. There's another land for us, which is really good. Because what we can do is we can run out another Tybar. We can run out a Herald. Our opponent says nice, so we're going to say thanks. We are going to hit. Ooh. Skinfire Vendor, I think, will be the best choice here. We are going to actually put out a token. Just try and keep a whole bunch of permanents on the field. Try and make them react to us instead of casting the chaining epiphanies together to take us out. I don't know. I haven't seen an epiphany yet, but that's why I'm putting our opponent on Epiphany. But we have yet to see that card, luckily. Hopefully all 4 of them at the bottom of their deck. Last 4 cards. That would be awesome. Galvanic Adoration. So here should come the Epiphany now. If they're going to cast it, they'll get 2 copies of it. Yep, there's the first Epiphany. Here comes the copy of the spell. Now they'll be able to take 2 extra turns, and they're going to make 4 bird tokens. So we are going to be taking 8 here. Unless they decide to swing into our Tybar. They're going to dig. They're going to dig some more. Here comes a or a second Epiphany, which will be the third Epiphany they cast. Here comes the first Gambit of Combat. Then it'll be their second turn after this. See what they have. So there was 4 damage, and we'll take 6. It's 10. Yeah, it looks like they pretty much got this in hand. We'll let them finish, though, because why not? Memory Deluge. Yep, dig some more. They don't mind, though. I think they know that they got this in hand. If you haven't seen an Epiphany deck, this is what an Epiphany deck does. Hold on long enough to chain a couple of Epiphanies together and put the birds in play and win the game. Bounce hell hard. Maybe they have to finish a daily is while they're casting more spells instead of just going to combat and ending this. Doesn't matter to me. But, I see, they appear to be 1 short. This is their 3rd turn they've taken in a row. They're chaining galvanic iterations. There's another Outruns Epiphany with 2 iterations played. That'll give them more turns. They don't need it here. They've already got us dead. But this is a little overkill. Apparently, my opponents just want to play the game and by themselves at this point, which is fine. I'm going to let them. You gotta get those dailies done. Now, in a tournament setting where the dailies don't matter and you want to play, like our opponent's basically slow playing us, and not that you could get them in trouble. I mean, they can do this if they want, but see, they're not even sending the killing blow. But I doubt they get to play it out very often. I bet a whole bunch of people scoop, so let them have their fun. Like I said, I don't mind. But it would be considered common courtesy to go ahead and end the game in the tournament setting and not do all of this. But, you don't get to make big plays very often in Magic, in tournament Magic. So when you do get to make those plays, it's fun. Good game, my opponent. Good game. Anyways, well, we took a loss, but that's no big deal. My friends at the tavern. Again, my name is Will from Magic the Friendly Tavern. Happy games and happy pack pools.